Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 20. Three-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 23-yard line.
Set. 18 Gator. Hey, Charlie.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Let's go, D.
Check. Dude.
They go play action here on first down. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Rock it.
Check it back.
Now Jones. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Pull together. Check 43.
Hey, switch gears.
Throwing again. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
Break. Hey, Foxtrot.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike 51.
Look at me. Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all-state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
X3, 218, hit it.
Back to throw. Gordon. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Hill. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
On 4th down, Gordon. And that is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Tighten up. Hey, lock it. Jet bomber.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Now. Check. Roll out. Get it.
From the 44, Jones. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On the ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Move.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. That's the go.
Looking to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Jones. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready, set.
54. Mike 54.
Fair.
Watch the twins. Watch the twins.
Ready.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here we go, set. 18, Gator. 54. Go. Hey, Sam on.
Shit. He's coming.
Jones operating from the gun. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Rosa's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Kill.
Look, squeeze.
from the gun. Gordon. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. Down he goes at the 23. A pickup of 4.
Keep playing.
2nd and 6. At the 23-yard line.
Let's get it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Gordon. It's Hill. Complete. It's a gain of 7. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Hill. The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
10-2 stop.
Throwing on 1st down. Gordon firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you just...
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Dexter Lawrence coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very low. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on fourth down, may as well make him punt it. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Let's go, let's go!
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. This is Hill. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Gordon. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones now throwing to start the drive. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hard, hard.
2nd and 3. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Go! Hey! High 7!
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On the set.
Check Mike. 54.
Hey, exit. Look at me. Zipper.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Rock it. Deep grip.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready. 8 reads.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Shoot.
From the gun, Gordon. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the ready.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Operating from the gun. Gordon. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hawkinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Ready.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because, really, they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within one score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
Fight 51, Mike 51.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is Shepard on the catch. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
At the 37-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
All day, baby. All day. All day. All day.
Check.
Lucky.
Protein spill.
Jim. 6 guys.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another first and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And Justin Coleman brings him down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Leo. Check. 5.
Here's second and 8. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Giants on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. On third down, Barkley. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Okay, lock it.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. His throw incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
27-yard line.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. On first down, Gordon. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Go set. 90 Wolf.
Watch tight end.
Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Gordon. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Now Saquon Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Again, it's Barkley. Room here to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys are nails out there.
So for the Giants, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.